as, and the last one is, what are you looking for in this webinar? I'm just typing it. Give me a second. Yes, I have posted it. Can I quickly check it so that I have the clarity that you have come here for a purpose and you want to know something about this course, and exactly this is what is the profile that is going to be the right profile for you. Okay, Diti, you have come from the education sector. Very nice. Are you a teacher, Diti? You can type it if you are a teacher. Okay, because I need to know the position also. You have written this, you design programs. Wow, that's really, really amazing. So that means you are already, into the particular field, but I'm sure you need more clarity on that because I can see you have only 7 years of experience. So 7 years is a good experience, definitely. We need to be more technical, or we need to be more technically knowledgeable about this particular profile because that is the future. Okay, great, great. And you are looking for the technicalities of ID. Yes, we are going to definitely know about it. What about others? What about others? Thank you so much, Tita, for sharing it. Okay, Sebastian, Nisha, you have written industries e-learning. Wow, you are already in the e-learning. And your experience is 5 years. It's instructional design. You are looking for, I'm here to know in-depth knowledge about ID and to grow in the e-learning industry. Okay, great, great. Thank you so much. Because yes, we need to know about the e-learning industry. What is it? Where is it going? And what is the prospect of it? Great, great. Thank you so much. Renu has written, industry is education sector, 10 years of experience. You are a planner and homeroom teacher. Are you in the IB school? Please do let me know, Renu, because you have mentioned about homeroom teachers. So I thought of asking. You are looking for what best IGCSE. Okay, Renu. Yeah, great. Looking for what best you offer from others. Okay. All right. So there is a comparison. It is always good to have a comparison. All right. So, Renu, thank you so much for sharing in. Now we have Arunima. Arunima Das has written educational technology industry. Okay. So that means EdTech you are already into. 2 years of total experience. Okay. So you are just into the instructional design field and you want to definitely know more. You are the faculty member of English literature and assistant professor at Gen Online. Looking to improve my skills through the use of ICT and instructional design in my online classes. All right, so you are taking sessions. It seems. Great, great. Yes, we do need to know about it. All right, now Sanjeev, we have written you have experienced 20 plus years of experience in the L&D. That's really wow. Great, great. Our team needs to hire ID in coming quarter. Yes, of course, the quarter has been started, and yeah, this session will help me understand what to look for an ID in ID when we hire. Yes, it is also very much needed because when we look at the senior people, of course, ID is just starting and it is booming in the L&D industry, or rather in any industry. Then what to do with the senior people? Definitely, senior people cannot go back and become the ID, right? Uh, they can hire IDs and they can always upskill themselves as ID or with the ID skills. That's more important because hiring the right talent and helping them out or taking help from them and creating content and delivering it successfully is one of the KRAs that the senior people are having nowadays, right? So I believe that is what Sanjeev you are here to know more about. All right, and you have also mentioned that I'm here as our team need to hire IDs in coming quarters as training manager. I need to know role. Yes, exactly. So it's very important to know about it. All right. Thank you so much, Sanjeev, for sharing in. Real impressive. Anybody else would quickly like to, put in your thoughts? And meanwhile, what am I going to do is I'll quickly make you understand what is this about and why have we joined, right? So I request the host to stop presenting the screen, or I can just quickly pull up the screen and start sharing. Yeah, I need the screen sharing, right? So I request the co-hosts to give me the right, please, quickly. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Just give me 1 minute, everyone. I'll just quickly share my screen. Give me 1 second. Yes, please do let me know once my screen is visible to all of you so that we know what is it about. Is it visible? The slideshow is visible to all of you. You can put a thumbs up so that I can understand. Yes, no, maybe. Okay, Arunima, thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. So yes, Chevestin, thank you so much. All right, so let us quickly see what is it that we have to offer, or rather you need to know. So firstly, as you can see on the very screen that instructional designing, and there are other sub concept given. So instructional designing is, honestly speaking, is not a new profile in the L&D industry, or rather in the education industry. When we talk about instructional design, it is to do with curriculum developer, content designer, content strategist, e-learning developer, subject matter expert, content writer, content creator. These are the different kind of profiles we have been seeing in the L&D domain. But then why instructional designing only particularly is booming nowadays, and why do we need to hire, or why do we need to become, or why do we need to upskill ourselves as ID? That is the main question right now in the L&D, because if we look at the senior people, they are also struggling with, they are also being very somewhere insecure that, oh my god, if the instruction designing particular profile is here, then what are we going to do? Or if somebody who is starting their career as instructional design, or already working as a trainer, then definitely there is a big or huge prospect that we can see as instructional designer. So yes, the answer for every question, every kind of confusion is the solution also for every kind of concern in the L&D is instructional designing, because we have seen over the COVID time, what has happened. We have seen that how the entire education sector suddenly stopped, right? But suddenly we also saw within 2 3 months, people started picking up different ways. If I tell you, in the beginning, when Zoom was not that popular, we used to use Skype, right? For any kind of video conferencing, personal video conferencing. We used to use WhatsApp video conferencing. We used to use, in fact, our Google Meet as well. So these are the things used to be there. But it was not that popular because it was not needed. We used to do all face-to-face office, face-to-face meetings, and face-to-face teachings, trainings, everything used to be there. But when it comes to meeting people who are staying in abroad, and then you have to talk to your employees, this kind of platforms were already there, which we used to use. And of course, for exchanging emails, we used to have the Gmails or Outlook and all of that. So this concept was taken into care, and people started thinking broadly how we can use it for educational purpose also. If a platform is helping us to connect with people who are in the abroad, then why can't we use it in the educational purpose as well? And that is where this particular concept has come up, that let us take up sessions which is virtual session. From virtual, the concept called as e-learning has come, or digitization or digital content, these words have come. And therein, people have started giving trainings, learning from everywhere. That is fine. But the main issue that people started facing was there was no proper guidance. What to read, what to tell, how to tell, how much to tell, why not this to tell, or why we have to tell that. So behind every why is the answer is instructional design. Yeah. An instructional designer will always help you. Even if, let's say right now, whatever I'm telling you, it is because I am myself an instructional designer, and I exactly know what I have to tell you, in which language I have to tell you, to what simplest form of data I have to tell you, till what context I have to tell you, what information I have to give you. I know every section of it. That is where instructional designers are very important. Let's say if I take up very simple example, when you as a parent, you give instruction to your child, right? When your child is a toddler and you are giving instruction, what happens? If you give the entire instruction to your child, the child will not understand. But if you give step by step instruction to your child will understand. Why? Because small information is very easy to quickly process. And if that information is continuously, you are repeating it in various forms, then what is happening? That becomes your long term memory. And that is what instruction designers do. Their main job is to convert the memorization skill, to convert the motivational skill, to help the students engaged, and all of those things. That is the main objective. And therein we need particular skills. So those skills are like project management skills we need if you are looking at a very huge project, or your L&D department is really huge. You are working in an MNC, you have to work with people who are staying in various countries, different domains, different locals, lots of things. So therein instructional designers, what do? They bring everybody on the same platform, and they try to build in the instruction so that every message is taught, or every message is conveyed in the right way. But how do they do? That is the next question, right? Okay, fine, we have understood that this is what they have to do, but how do they do it? They always follow certain theories. For every skill, we need to first start with the theory and then we jump onto the practical. Now, when I talk about theory, this is something everybody has been practicing. The name of it is ADDIE model, right? You can see here that you have to analyze it, you have to design content, you have to develop the content, then you have to review it also. This review is not about you reviewing your students. This review is all about you reviewing yourself as an instructional designer. Let's say you are working with the subject matter expert, so you have to also review that content as well. Now, let's say you do not know that particular subject, you do not belong to that domain. That is fine, no problem. But still, you can create a pattern or standard in your own system, and that standard can become your checklist, which you are going to, tick, tick, tick like that, and you are checking whether the SME, whether your other team members have been following it or not. So you are responsible to set up the standard also, but baby steps at a time so that everybody can follow it, right? Then you are also doing the pilot testing. So now what is it, this pilot testing about? Before any course we launch, you must have seen LinkedIn Learning, you must have seen Udemy Learning, you must have seen different kind of e-learning platforms from where we learn, right? Various e-learning platforms. What do? They do not just immediately launch it. They always do a pilot testing there. They always try to understand the launch of it. They always try to understand what are the glitches, what are the smooth areas, what are the improvements, where are the, you know, maybe something is there, but still it needs to be changed. Even if it is good, but it needs to be changed. So those kind of modifications, they always do it in the pilot testing. So here you can see your role is exactly like a project manager. This is the job of a project manager. Project manager will always check before the launch whether the project or whether that particular product is running smoothly or not. Now, here in this particular instruction designer job, the product becomes your courses, right? The product becomes your courses no matter what, in whatever form. It can be PDF, it can be magazine, it can be audio, it can be video, any kind of content, which means any kind of media content. Okay, so this is how we try to understand how instructional designers do the pilot testing, and then comes the evaluation. Now you have launched it. After that also you need to check whether it is running properly or not. Let's say you have bought a product from Amazon, and when we see on Amazon, what do? First we look at the review, right? The review we see. That review, sometimes instructional designers help the customers understand how to put that review. That is also their job. Let's say when the product description you can see, that is also a job of instructional designer, but therein the skill set is a content writer skill set, or maybe a SEO writer skill set, or digital writer skill set, right? As an instructional designer, you will be knowing that this is how I have to write, and with the content writing skill, you will be writing it. So it is not the thought process happening, it is also the output happening. As a trainer, let's say you're working as instructional designer. So being an instructional designer, you will be able to create that curriculum, and as a trainer, you can deliver it. So teachers also, same thing it happens. Curriculum designers also, same thing happens. Graphics designer also, same thing happens. For any content writer also, same thing happens. So you can see multiple job roles an instructional designer can do, which is why, which is why instructional designing is booming like anything. If you become a certified instructional designer, you do not have to become a trainer to start your career. You can directly become SME and then instructional designer. An instructional designer's profile is equivalent to a project manager's profile in the L&D department. Am I making sense to everyone? Any question on this part? Any question before I jump on to the next slide? Yes, no, maybe, nothing. All right. So I'll go to the next slide and let's see what is it that we have. So here, when we, yes. So I have already told you what is instructional designing about, and here we have more information to give it to you. Okay, there's something in the chat box. I'll quickly pick it up. Cheveston has written, no, ma'am. Thank you so much. Tushar, you have given your profile. I'll just come back to it. Let me just quickly go through the content first. Okay. Yeah. So then that is what is written here, that instructional design is all about the systematic and reflective process of translating principle of learning and instruction, right? So that is what we do all the time. We do, be it a book format, be it a PDF format, whatever it is, we try to create it. In fact, I have seen people creating pamphlets also as an instructional designer, right? So what is it that you might have come across multiple terminologies like simulations, instructional manuals. Manuals are like how to use, let's say you are an instructional designer in a manufacturing department or in a let's say in a car company you have joined. Now when we buy any car or let's say any product, what do we get? We always get a manual. So that manual also is something that instructional designers write, keeping in mind that the instructional designer has content writing skill, especially technical writing skill. A medical writer can also become an instructional designer when a medical writer works in a medical or pharmaceutical company and working as a project manager, right? Scientific writers can also become instructional designers. So that's how it is. You must have heard of the word called as LXD. Who are LXD? Any idea, anyone? Have you heard of this word, LXD? It's a very huge and the word itself has a lot of importance and significance. Anybody has heard of it? Yes, no. If it is a no, put a thumbs up, please, so that I get to understand whether you have the idea. Okay, there is a message. Titi has heard of it. Yeah, thank you so much, Titi. If I may ask you, what do you know about learning experience designer? Maybe in one word you can say. Okay, by the time you are saying, I'll just quickly give one example. Let's say you are a teacher. That is, a teacher's profile is equivalent to trainer in the L&D department. Okay. Now, when you become HOD, head of the department, that is your LXD, right? So you can see from a teacher to the HOD department, there is a lot of uh, steps, a lot of profiles under that. So that is what also you can become with the years of experience into instructional design. Jevestin has written, I have not heard about this terminology, ma'am, Alexi. Okay, no worries. But it has written holistic experience of learning. Yes, you are correct, but holistic experience of learning, an instructional designer also needs to have. But what is the difference? Instructional designer is only responsible for creating content, not delivering it. But LXDs are also sometimes the delivery. They work with the stakeholders, they work on the LMS directly. They might have to be from the engineering background. If not, then that skill can also be learned. Uh, they need to know about the tools like Articulate Storyline, then Adobe Captivate, Camtasia, Lectora, different kind of tools that person needs to know. That's why I said minimum experience is needed as an instructional designer. Maybe 7-8 years of experience you need only as an instructional designer, then only you can become the LXD, right? So this is the senior profile. So these are the kind of profiles we can see in the instructional design domain when we talk about e-learning, right? Now, what do we do? The different kind of models. I've already told you that ADDIE is something that everybody uses it. We also use Bloom's taxonomy, but here is a but. As a trainer, when you create a curriculum following ADDIE and applying Bloom's taxonomy in the learning objective, that process is different. As instructional designer, when you do it, the application is different. Concept is same. It is just like a mathematical function. You know the function, the process is different. The application is different. Just like for one arithmetic sum, you have it, and the problem when you are solving it, the process is different. But the answer is the same. Outcome might be the same, but the process is different. So it depends on the kind of audience and the objective that we have. Where are we teaching? What are we teaching? Which particular geographical region we are looking at? Those things are involved, right? Moving on to it, there are other models we are going to learn in the course, of course, but I'm just quickly telling you, SAM is a model we are going to learn. Iterative design is a module. In fact, backward design is a module. Learning circle framework is a model. These are the things we are going to check in this. And if you see the basic components that we have, that is goals and objectives, learning activities and assessments. These three things we have been doing it. But when it comes to instructional design and creating e-learning content, it works in a different way, and that is how it creates the magical, triangle, right? So we have to be stick to the basics. The intention should be interdependence, like there is no dependency on anyone but the content and the learning. So the content that you can see on the screen and the learner, whoever is going to learn, that interdependency is there, but there is no dependency of any third person. So even if there is no trainer, a trainee can also learn it by himself or herself, right? So that is why we say that it is all about the magic triangle of learning when we talk about clear goals, objectives, learning activities, and assessments. These are the three things we have to keep in mind. Then only we can become the instructional designer, a successful instructional designer, right? Instructional designing is all about theory driven. Definitely, we need theory, but it also has query driven. So there is a concept called as inquiry model. We always try to follow that so that we can give the scope to the audience to ask questions to us, or we can ask them questions. It can go vice versa. So query model, right? It also has data. Without data, L&D cannot work, which is why instruction designers can definitely not work. Even if a trainer can work without data, but instruction designers cannot work without data. Why? Because instruction designers are always outcomes driven. They need to see what is the before effect and what is the after effect. What was the situation before? What is the situation now? And in between, whatever is the journey needed, that is designed by the instructional designer, right? So they always promise it, and that is how they are related to the ROI of any company, ROI of any project, and that's how they become the asset of the company, right? So I've already explained you what is the role of the instruction designer. Meanwhile, I'll go to the next slide. Any question, anyone? Any question, anyone? Am I making sense to all of you? Is my instruction, rather, is my information, whatever I'm trying to convey, is clear to all of you? Can I see a thumbs up quickly? Thank you so much, Agustin. All right, so I'll go to the next slide, and you can see I've already told you the kind of profiles that we can look at, but there are some more you can see. Media specialist, of course, because you are going to use the media, but herein we look at more into graphics designing skill. You have authoring specialist. This is for the edtech companies, wherein edtech companies are hiring different subject based specialist. For example, for English, let's say you will be hired as authoring specialist, or you might be hiring as HOD of that particular department, but your job is going to be authoring, right? It's basically you can be hired also as the SME. You have to keep on writing it. LMS, of course, LMS is learning management specialist, not the technical point of from the technical point of view. It is all to do of the creating content. Yeah. All right. So now what are the requirements we need to have when we talk about instructional design? The first thing is that you need to have the creative thinking ability. You need to become, or you need to have a natural creative thinking skill, visual thinking skill. You need to nourish your, design thinking skill. You need to keep on doodling it so that you can improve it, right? Then next, what we have is the knowledge of learning styles. You need to know the different kind of style. For example, VARK model we have. People are there who love to see, love to hear, love to write, love to roam around and do all, maybe doing activities and learn. So whenever we create content, we try to make a good balance, and then we work on it. Content development skills, you really need to have a good research person. You need to research, you need to help yourself with good research so that you can create content. Now how to do it, we also tell you, like what process you need to follow so that you can research in the right way, and then you can develop it also in the right way, right? Because this is an art, and of course, an art is something that is inborn, uh, rather we say inbuilt. but it can be learned also. Every skill can be learned, right? If it is taught to you in the right way. So research, I have already told you that you need to have this one. You also need to know about the tools and techniques. For example, I told you about the Camtasia, Lectora, graphics designing skill like Canva, Adobe Captivate, Adobe Storyline. But these tools, all of it, you can learn it. And but the application, for applications, the tools are very easy to learn. Anybody can learn tools, right? But when it comes to applying it, it is just like the ingredients of cooking khichdi. Let's say you want to make khichdi today, so, or dal chawal today, right? All of us are Indians. We know that how much important it is to have dal chawal, like the staple food. But the same ingredient we can have, but we can make multiple dishes with the same kind of ingredients, right? That is what is the creativity. So Camtasia is your ingredient. Article storyline is your same staple ingredient. But what you want to create is something up to you, how you want to do it, right? Moving on, we also need to have the analytical ability. What does it mean that anything and everything we cannot create? Huh? When I talk about, let's say, communication skill as a concept. Now, people who are holding 20 years of experience, definitely I'm not going to tell them what are the basics of communication skill. I need to be analytical. I need to bring in multiple scenarios. I need to talk about the case studies. I need to give a lot of activities that caters to high order of thinking skill, not lower order of thinking skill, right? It has to be decision making, analytical, lot of things. But when I look at the college to, I mean, campus to corporate kind of audience, it's completely going to be different. The examples are going to be different. So it's not now, these things can be taken from internet, but when we are going to design it, it is different because we are going to work on the tools, right? When it is to do with tools, it is totally up to us how we want to do it, how simple we can make it, how more engaging we can do it. A simple content, I'm telling you, the content that you can see on the screen right now, I can create it to level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4 content. Level 4 is extreme part of gamification, level 1 is just a PDF. So that is how we create the same content in a different level. Okay, that is how we go about it. Then what do we have? We also have to know about the models that I have told you that AD is one of them, but there are so many. But I'm telling you, learning about models will not help you until and unless you apply it, right? We have so many models. I mean, if I start naming it, whatever you can see on the screen are very less. But that is how it is. Learning and development team never stops learning. They keep on learning and learning. But today we are here not to learn. Today we are here to understand the application of it. What exactly the kind of content we can create. That's what is the main objective. And as an instructional designer, you need to start learning how to create content for e-learning models or modules, let's say, right? Just 1 second. Yeah. Then what do we have? Now, the kind of job opportunities that we have in the market. Now, job opportunities are everywhere, honestly speaking. You name any company, you name any industry, I'm telling you, jobs are everywhere. Everywhere, right? Number one, if I tell you about education sector, teacher, trainer, they can become instructional designer. If they have this particular skill set, they can actually add multiple digits to their salary, right? There are people who are from abroad, like there are some agencies who are hiring only Indian instructional designers. There you can work as freelancer, you can work as subject matter expert, you can work in multiple companies, even as a third party vendor, right? If you see in the IT industry, definitely it's a need. You can see IT has every kind of need, right? But when we talk about let's say, a website development company, do you think it is needed? Anybody can relate to it. Do you think instruction designers are needed for website designing company? Do you think? Let me tell you. Let me give you the understanding. When we look at the digital marketing agency, website making agency, or website development company, they always require an instructional designer because they need to write a lot of content on their website to bring in more traffic. So therein you need to have the content writing skill as instructional designer. Let's say it's a training and development company. Therein definitely it's completely instructional designer's job. You understand? Let's say it's a law firm. Tell me how in a law firm people need instructional designers. Any idea? Can you relate to it? Anyone can unmute. Maybe you can just quickly think about it. You can type it in the chat box. No worries in that. In the legal law firm also, people are hiring instructional designers. It's that important. So there are so many documentation that legal companies do, wherein they need to convert them into e-learning content so that it is not repetitive and it is not very monotonous to just read and take the training. Yes, curating the documents. Yes, Chitris. Thank you so much. Yes, we do convert it, right, as instructional designer. Let's say it's a manufacturing department. So how that manufacturing can happen, you can see it's needed. Even if you are going ahead with any, what do we say? Let's say it's a apparel based company. You can see that nowadays we are creating a lot of application, right? In the application also, you must have heard of the word like UI UX designer. So that UI UX designers are nothing but the first level of instructional designers. For UI, definitely they are high level of instructional designers. Sorry, for UX they are definitely the high level of instructional designers, but when it comes to UI, you need to have the graphics designing skill, so that you can also help the team to develop the application, like what kind of color combinations are needed, then from where to go. So these instruction designers only create what kind of options to be given on the application, so that people can easily quickly swipe and look for the right kind of product. That is also instruction designer's job. That is how instruction designers are needed. So now you can understand, right, that how much important it is to become an instruction designer nowadays. It is not only in the education sector, but it is to do with any kind of sector. And definitely in the during pandemic, we saw that it was all about online mode. Now it is hybrid mode. In fact, I'm telling you, it is in the from the survey we have seen IDs work better when they work from home, right? That is why companies are giving them opportunity to work from home, be in the comfort zone, but come back with the creative content. That is how they have become easy. University level, definitely universities are also hiring people on remote job payroll, and they are working with them. That's how it is. Yeah. So these are the kind of need we can see in the industry, in the labor market, and it is going to be better. It is going to be increased. Why? Because it is told by our Indian government that by 2030, not only Indian government, it is the global government who has told that by 2030, the entire globe needs to be digitally equipped. So now you can see 2030 is only 6 years from now, and it is going to be there after that also, right? Content is everywhere, but how that content needs to be told, needs to be shown, needs to be taught, needs to be learned is instructional designer's job. And I'm telling you, it is very easy to replace a trainer. If there is an instructional designer, it is very easy to replace a trainer. Not that difficult. So now when you become the instruction designer, you can do both the jobs because you will become cost effective, right? Trainer cannot have that skill until and unless he or she learns it. But IDs are already trainers converted to ID. Sorry, yeah, converted to ID. That's how they know what are the ground rules, what are the things they need to know, right? Okay, there's a message. Wouldn't advent of AI not replace? No. Rather, AI is helping us like anything. I am telling you, without AI, you cannot work as ID. Not possible. You need to have content. See, when you are reviewing any content, let's say I am an English graduate, right? And you are a maths graduate. I am your ID. You are my SME. Do you think I can review your content? Possible? You tell me. Is it possible? But you are working under me. I have to review. How can I review it? It is the help of the AI. I cannot ask any other person, na, then again to review it. Not possible. Right? Company will not help me with that, not support me. So AI helps in that. Sometimes AI also helps us to bring in more ideas because when you work as instructional designer, your brain works like twice or four times, I would say. So at times you need more ideas. So that ideas AI gives, but how to execute it is your job then. You are taking ideas from them. It is definitely not going to, in fact, AI is not going to take up anybody's job, no one's job. If a person knows how to use AI effectively, then the person is a hit in the industry. But you need to keep on learning about AI. AI is a, it's like a blessing. Do not think it as a curse. You have to be technically, upskilled, then only you can use it. So definitely it's a no. AI is not going to replace us. Never, ever. Right? So this is all about the kind of opportunities we have in the market and the kind of salary demand. It's huge. It's huge. You just need to quickly find out. Renu, you have asked me that will you be teaching use of AI in the course? Yes, we do teach the application of AI in instructional design. How every tool is equipped with AI feature that we tell you, whatever tools we have in our course, like Article Storyline and Adobe Captivate. In the content writing also, we tell you that how to use AI so that you can create better content with SEO and hashtags. We also help you understand in the ID course that in the ID course how IDs are using AI, so that their job is not rigorous job. There is no repetitive job that they are going to do. It has to be productive. We do that. Thank you so much, Renu, for this question. Renu and Chitesh, thank you so much because AI is really, really important to know about. Yeah. Now, if you look at the pay scale, now pay scale depends on the kind of skill set that you have, honestly speaking. I've seen people who are earning only 4 lakhs as instruction designer with 4 or 5 years of experience. And I've seen people with only 5 or 6 years of experience earning in 15 LPA. So it depends on how much you know, how much you learn, what skill set are you showing when you are going for the interview. You need to have multiple portfolios. That's what we do, right? Renu have asked, is this course is different from post-graduation? Yes, I will be telling you quickly what do we offer. We have two courses that I can quickly tell you about so that you get the clarity on it, right? Yeah. Any other question before we jump on to the next part of it? I think there is no other. Yeah. So the curriculum I will be telling you, but before that, I quickly want to understand if anybody has any question so that I can quickly tell you about um, the courses that we have. All right. I'll quickly tell you that we have two courses in the in our institute. The Henry Harvin offers two courses. One is CIDC. I'm writing it in the chat box, everyone. CIDC stands for Certificate in Instruction Design Course, and we have PGID that stands for Postgraduate Graduation in Instructional Design Course, right? What is CIDC? CIDC is the very fundamental course, right? That goes for 18 hours. Okay. What do we learn? We learn the fundamentals about it, the theories about it. We learn about how to apply it. We learn about the storyboarding, right? I will be telling you. That is the curriculum given here. Okay, I will be telling you in detail. Then, so this is about the CIDC, right? We also have PGID. Now, PGID stands for, as I said, post graduation in instructional design. It has total 4 modules. Okay, what are the modules we have? 4 modules. Number one is again our CIDC that I told you right now. Number two, we have CDCW that we talk about as content writing and digital writing, wherein you will be learning about how digitally an instruction design needs to be, equipped with so that instruction designer can also, as I said, that content writing is a part of it. So instruction designers would be learning how to use, how to create SEO based content and all of that, right? Especially how to write the technical content writing skill. That is what the instructional designers, I mean, as instructional designers, you need to know. Number three, what we have is articulate storyline, articulate storyline. Now, what is this articulate storyline about? This is all about the e-learning tool, which is like mandatory tool for you, right? Uh, with this, we always create the e-learning content. Okay. And number four, which is optional, that is called as Adobe Captivate. This is again another tool that we use to create content. This is infographic based content. But Articulate Storyline 360 is globally accepted, right? This particular PGID, goes for 4.5 months to 5 months, right? Because it has 4 modules that you can see, followed by internship by us. So we have internships also, right? Followed by internships, right? And CIDC also has the internship once we complete that course for 18 hours. Okay. Any question here for these two courses? We have two courses, PGID and CIDC. CIDC is the fundamental, PGID is the post graduation. Any question? I have written everything in the chat box. I hope all of you can see. Because I don't see the whiteboard option here. That's why, yeah, the whiteboard option is not there. So that's why I had to write it in the chat box. Any question, anyone? If we are okay with it, please put a thumbs up so that I can go ahead with the curriculum. Yes, Renu, PGID is equivalent to post graduation. I'm repeating, PGID is equivalent to post graduation. Only CIDC is not equivalent to PG. Only CIDC is certificate course. But if you're going ahead with, yes, all are recognized. You can see on the website, we are recognized, we are globally recognized. There are so many things we have. I will quickly tell you about the company profile so that you have the clarity. Yeah, so I'll just quickly cover the curriculum and then about the company profile. Just hold on to 2 minutes. Everyone, put your questions in the chat box. I will answer everything. Yeah. I'll just quickly tell you about the curriculum. So in the CIDC, we are talking about CIDC curriculum is all about like this. We can see here total 9 modules we cover. We start with what is it? What is instructional design about? What are the basics? What are the learning opportunities we have? How to know about the audience? How to do the analysis and do the assessments and all. Then we have what are the kind of training course we have and what training course needs what kind of instructional design strategies and all of that. How to accelerate learning also when you become an instruction designer. What is it we have to add in the content? What strategy we have to add in the content so that you can accelerate it, right? Training evaluation design. What is it about? We need to know about evaluation. This is something as a trainer does not get time to do, honestly speaking, because the trainer doesn't have time. The department doesn't have time. But as instruction designers, we always have to do it because we create the model that is related to LMS, learning management system, right? We have to do it because based on this, the entire company's employees increment, promotions, everything, performance, everything is based on. So that is why it is very crucial module. Then we have course creation methodologies will be told to you and designing instructions. Yeah. These are the model we have that we cover always. And what are the learning benefits? That is what is given here, which we have already discussed. But I will quickly talk about the company profile that we just spoke. Oh yes, here we have the training fees, self-paced courses. So what happens? Self-paced means even if you are joining this course, you will be given one LMS, and in LMS you can watch the videos also. So let's say if any day you are not coming, you can always watch that video, right? Even if you are attending, still you can have those videos which you can watch it anytime to refer. Okay, you have assignments, projects, everything will be given to you. With this, we are creating your portfolios also so that in during the interview you can show it as a sample because in the interview people will be asking you definitely, right? Then certification, of course, lifetime membership, life membership of Writing Academy because we are best known for Writing Academy also. So we will be having that membership. LMS portal, I told you, monthly boot camp we have. We continuously, help the audience to know more about it and unlimited access to multiple trainers. We have multiple trainers. Every trainer you see, everyone is certified with that, right? Now about the company, I'll just quickly tell you about the certification because there is a question. So, Henry Irwin actually started in 2013 and based in San Francisco, California. You can see it is already globally certified. It is from California, and we also have our presence in India, Sri Lanka, San Francisco, and Beijing. Yeah. The main objective here, we really, believe in the vision of state of the art technology, and we also try to maximize the customer value so that, whatever you are coming for, we try to give you the right objective. We try to solve your queries. Yeah. You can see here it is globally certified. There are so many vendors with whom we are connected with. We have delivered lots of courses to in a various way. It's not like right now we are starting it. We are doing it for decades, right? This is our social media presence. While you look at this, I would quickly take up the questions that we have. So, Renu, what about doubt clearing sessions? Dear doubt clearing sessions in the training itself, we take your doubts, we solve it then and there. It's not like we do not do it. It's a live classroom. You will be given a course. You will be, let's say you have registered for CIDC. You will be given one LMS. Through LMS, you will be joining the classes. You will be having a trainer. A trainer is going to teach you. That is what we call as ILT mode, instructional led training. Apart from that, whatever your trainer is training, so these sessions are getting recorded and will be uploaded on the LMS so that you can continuously watch it at your ease whenever you want to. Any day you are not joining, again you can watch it. Anything. So that is how we complete. We ensure that we are solving all kind of doubts. Every time you can come back and ask your trainer. We also have one window open on the LMS where you can directly ask your trainer about your doubts. The trainer will be answering to you within 24 hours stat, right? That is how we solve our doubts. There is no question that we keep it as, unresolved. Yeah. Sebastian, you have written what are the educational documents required for both the courses. It is that you need to be graduate from any university. More details if you need, you can always connect with our team and you can get those documentation done. But yes, minimum qualification is graduate. Definitely, you have this thing here on the screen. Please take a screenshot and connect with our team. Um, so here goes, the entire list, how you can connect with them. Please take a screenshot and please start connecting with them so that you get more clarity on what kind of educational concept or educational qualification documentation you need to submit. Okay. Did I answer your question, Sebastian? Did I answer your question? Renu, did I answer your question? Yes, no, maybe you can type it. Thank you. So
Yes.
yes, thank you, Renu. So yes, with this, I will be quickly closing my screen and please take a screenshot. I hope you guys have taken the screenshot of, with whom you have to talk and what is the email ID and all of that. Uh, I will be stopping presenting my screen and will quickly see if there is any other question that you have. We have 5 minutes left with us, so feel free to ask question and our coordinator, whoever is there as our coordinator, I hope we have the download, we have given the contact details. So yes, anything else that you would like to know? Fees details, yes. So fees details about it. I think just a second. Fees details. I think the team would like to connect with you and talk to you in details because I exactly don't know about the fees. So I would request the coordinator to quickly jump in and talk about the fees details. If not, no problem. Our team is going to connect with you. Please connect with our team and you can get to know more about the fees details. I'm checking the question that is there in the chat. So, as a trainer, which program is best for a teacher? Instruction design, definitely. But if you want to get into corporate completely as a corporate professional, you want to grow yourself, then please go ahead with the PG diploma because only certificate might not help you to get the knowledge what you are looking for. You need to have all kind of skills with you. Yeah. Yes. Yes. All right. Any other question? Thank you so much, Renu. Thank you. Anybody else has any question, please feel free to ask. I'll quickly answer. All right, with this, we are going to. Thank you so much, everyone. Good evening and good night.